Today on the Fixit Shed, I need to change the oil in my Power King stump grinder. So there are two ports where you could drain the oil. There's one in the front up here, and there's one in the back. So you can take your choice, but either one spills out right onto this deck. So if you're not careful, you're gonna make a mess. To get around the issue of making a mess, I did purchase this oil drain hose. And I will have a link to this down in the description. But you can just remove this oil plug and put this in, and it'll allow you to drain the oil off to the side so you don't make a big mess. Now, you can't just take this out, obviously. You do have to tip it up. So luckily it tips up and it will stay just like that. And then we need a 13mm wrench to remove the drain plug. All right, you may want to clean this area off just a little bit in case you don't want to accidentally knock any dirt into the drain port. And then we're gonna remove the drain plug. Okay, and now we can just thread this in. Okay, and let's see if I can tighten this up with a wrench a little bit. All right, that should be good enough. So it doesn't have to be super tight. I'm not leaving it in here. I'm going to be taking it off. I want it to lean forward so the oil drains out a little bit faster. So I want to put something underneath these back wheels to raise it up a little bit. So I'm just going to put some blocks of wood under there. Okay. All right, so that's raised up a little bit. I've got my oil pan, and I'm gonna drain the oil out. Maybe put it in here. Do that. There we go. And so when I'm draining it, I want there to be good airflow. I don't want it to create a vacuum. So I want to remove a drain plug, but I don't want to remove this one up here because it's leaning forward, and this is filled right up to the lip. So if I remove this one, oil is going to spill out. So I want to remove the one in the back. All right. All right, I've opened the rear one. Now I can remove this drain plug right here on the end of the hose. And the oil should just drain out. And that will stay. So it does come out rather slow. I did let this run for a few minutes before I drain the oil so that it would be warmed up and maybe flow a little bit faster. But just got to use some patience. All right, so this has stopped draining. I'm going to put the plug back in here. Just to keep anything from leaking out when I'm not expecting it to. Okay. And now I should be able to unscrew this. Yep. Just got to put a towel under there just in case any drip's going to come out. I could put this back level now, and that would reduce the likelihood of that happening, but doesn't really look like anything came out. No. tighten that back up. All right, now before I put oil into it, I do want to make it level again, so I'm going to put it back down on the ground. All right, so I still have this open, so I am going to use this port here to put the oil in. All right, and I'm just using an STP 1030 motor oil. That's 1030 is what the manual calls for, and it says I need 1.4 quarts. So I'm going to use this handy oil bottle that they gave me to fill it. And really, you just want to fill it until it is full up to the lip. You know what, I'm going to open the port on the other side, just loosen it so that the air comes out. There we go. Alright, that's 1 quart. Alright, and I need 4/10 of a quart. Alright, so last time that seemed like way more than enough, and it's kind of started pouring out, so I'm going to be real careful with how much more I put in there. So I feel like I can almost see the oil. Yeah, so it's really not going to take that much more. Let's see, just put a little bit in at a time. Okay. Okay, now that's full right up to the top of the threads here. So that's as full as it's going to get. Really only seems like it took a little bit more. Just a little bit over a quart is all you're going to get in there. And don't forget to tighten up the cap in the front. Okay. Alright, so that's how you change the oil in your Power King stump grinder that has a Kohler Commander Pro 14 horsepower engine. And if you got something out of this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help out the channel, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.